Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do the forever pieces in my collection tag, and I was actually tagged by the gorgeous Mel Dera, who we all know and love, and I love her very much. She is an amazing YouTuber. If you don't know who she is, girl, check out her channel and subscribe. So she tagged me to do this video. It was a video created by Minnie from Minx from All. It's basically the forever pieces in your collection. I had a quick think about this and I was like, well, actually there's not really a lot that if push came to shove, if I had to sell everything for something, I would. And so that's how I sort of interpreted this tag video. With that being said, there would literally be just two things that I would think about even keeping, and that is because of sentimental reasons. But then I also thought, well, let me just think about it, overall pieces that would be the last to go for, whether it's resale value or because they're just bags that I will always have in my collection. Even if I sold the previous one, I would probably likely repurchase it later down the track. So when I thought about it that way, it got a lot bigger. So what I might do is I'll share with you guys the I think there's like 3 or 4 items that I would absolutely never ever sell. And the first one is actually my Tag Heuer watch. This is the Formula 1 watch that I was actually bought by my dad. This was like, I think $2,000 at the time of purchase, which is an insane amount of money for my parents. I got it when I graduated from medical school. My dad picked out the design, and it's just an item I will never ever sell. I just love it a lot. My parents bought it for me, and even when I go grey and old, I think this is definitely still something I can continue to wear and enjoy, and I just love it. So that is my sort of one jewelry piece that I will never ever sell ever. So that's that one. The next item is actually my very first ever luxury item, and that is my Louis Vuitton Bandouliere. This will never leave my collection. I just cannot see ever going out of style, first of all, but it's always such a functional bag. I think even if I don't use it, I will continue to have it because it's just one of those things, your very first ever designer handbag. It's got so much meaning behind it, and I bought this with my own money, and I purchased this after finishing internship and becoming a not just a provisional doctor but a fully registered doctor. And so yeah, this is my sort of Speedy Bandouliere size 30 in the monogram, and this is about three years old now, and she's looking fantastic. So a classic that will never ever go out of style, and I will continue to love day in, day out. And it's not that expensive. I just feel like even if I sold it, it just wouldn't be worth it. So that is never leaving my collection ever. The other bag that I would never consider selling is actually this Alma Bb. Mainly because it actually was the first ever handbag that was purchased by my boyfriend, who I'm still with, of nearly 10 years, I think, this year. He bought it for me for, I think, our 7-year anniversary and a Christmas present. But it is the Alma Bb in the Damier Ebene. It is still looking in amazing condition, some wear and tear on the bottom there. But even if I felt like this was a bag that didn't really suit my style anymore, I just feel like I would still keep it forever. And like, this is partly why I don't really like people buying me stuff, because you attach a lot of sentimental value to the bag and it makes you a little bit irrational. So even if you need to sell it, even if you want to sell it, you feel like you can't because of the emotional attachment to the bag. So that's why I like, as much as I love buying bags for particular occasions and particular moments, I've decided to sort of not do that as much anymore, just because I do like to turn my bags over every now and then, and I don't want to be held down by sentiment. I tend to keep things that I get given. And so yeah, this is the one from my boyfriend, and I absolutely love it. It's still so cute, and I can see myself loving this for a very long time. And so that was going to be it. That would have completed my forever pieces in my collection tag. But I just thought, that's not fun. So I am just going to include a few other pieces that I feel like will always be in my collection. So even if I was forced to sell it, I would probably repurchase it later down the line, or they're just bags that I just don't think are worth selling, or I just think are always going to be in my collection. So not for sentiment, but just purely because I love them. The first bag, I think you guys are probably aware, will be my Chanel Classic Flap. Now, the reason I didn't put this as like a sentimental bag is because I did sell my very first ever Chanel Classic Flap, and this is not the same one. I actually got a few people who are quite upset by that. I don't know why. I guess because I made that video about how I love that bag so much. I was actually wearing the same shirt, but I made that video talking about, you know, what an achievement it was for me and like how much I love that bag, and honestly I still do. You know, the dream was always to get a Chanel Classic Flap, and I still have that. Like, I just switched it out. That bag really, I mean, as much as I loved it, it didn't really have that much of a hold on me. I don't know if you remember in that video, I really wanted a Chanel Classic Flap from the year I was born, which was 1989, and I never found it. So it wasn't like my soulmate bag or anything like that. It just was like my very first Chanel Classic Flap, which, you know, in itself is a huge deal, but I still have a classic flap, and you know, this one I will definitely keep forever. And if you guys weren't aware, the reason I sold that bag was because I was able to find this one in amazing condition for nearly the same price that I bought the other bag for. So why not swap it out for something that's in better condition? So that is why I have this instead of the other one. It's still a Chanel Classic Flap, and that was always the dream. And yeah, I'm always gonna have a Chanel Classic Flap in my collection, I believe. Now I'm gonna move on to the rest of my Chanel bags. I wanted to mention the Chanel Square Mini. Now I actually have both my Chanel Square Mini. For me, I feel like the Chanel Square Mini will always be in my collection. Whether or not I'm gonna keep both of these or I'm gonna swap them out for something else, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I will always have this, but it's, to me, like, it's not a forever bag, as in, you know, I don't have sentiment attached to it where I, like, if you had a gun to my head, I feel like I would struggle to sort of give it to you. But, you know, the Chanel Square Mini is a bag that I do love and adore, and I feel like I will always have some sort of Square Mini in my collection. And same thing goes for my Chanel wallet on chain. I just feel like it's such an amazing bag that I probably will continue to have one always in my collection. Whether I'll continue to have both or, you know, swap it out for a different style, a different color, I don't know, but I will probably always have a Chanel wallet on chain in my collection. I just think it's such a classic piece. It will never go out of style, and this looks amazing whether you're 14, whether you're 25, whether you're 45 or 85. This wallet on chain is just so universal. And then the other Louis Vuitton pieces that I will always have, firstly, my Neverfull. You really, if you don't have a Neverfull in your collection, you really need to get yourself one. This is my Workhorse bag. This is the bag I take a day in, day out for work, for everything. This is literally like a dump bag, and this particular bag I will always have, just because it's just so convenient. It just is so useful, and it's so sturdy. Even if this got trashed, I would definitely repurchase in a heartbeat. And yeah, I just love this bag so much. I know I don't feature this bag in my videos enough. That's purely because I use it mainly for work, and it's just not as fun as if it was like a you know, a bag that I would wear casually or going out. But I really do sing praises about the Neverfull. I love it. I would love it in every print, and I'm honestly so strongly contemplating getting it in the Neverfull Azure. It's just such a good bag. Like, you really cannot go wrong with this bag. I love it. And then the last two Louis Vuitton. The first one is the Noe GM. I actually broke the strap slightly. This is a very vintage piece from the 1980s, I do believe. It is heavily patinaed. This is like a dump bag for me. I purchased it for 250 Australian dollars, and honestly, reselling it, it's not even worth it. If this was to sort of get trashed, which is sort of is getting, because the leather is getting dry and like it's wearing out quite a lot, I would just replace the leather. Like, I don't think it's worth selling. Yeah, but this is just a bag that I just feel like is, you know, always going to be in my collection because it's just such a easy like vintage bag, and it's just yeah, it was just such a good price. Like there's no point reselling it. Like it's just absolutely worn in, and yeah, it's just better if I just keep it for the rest of my life. So yeah, that's that one. And then of course my Pichette Matisse. I don't know if I would classify this as a forever piece at the moment. I just feel like I could never see myself selling it because it's just such a beautiful bag, and I just think that the design of it is amazing. I just love the look of it. I think it is a classic bag, and I think I will continue to love this for a very, very long time. No particular sentiment attached to it. Yes, I did give it to myself for my birthday as a birthday present, but you know, that's much of a muchness. It's not like it was at a particular time, at a particular place, but it's not like I'm heavily invested in this bag emotionally. So yeah, but it's a beautiful bag and probably one that I will keep for a very, very long time, and so that's why I've stuck it in here. But yeah, that is the Pichette Matisse. I'm just gonna quickly share with you guys some SLG favorites. I've only picked 3 because as much as I love SLGs, they're not like my ride or die things, but these particular SLGs are, and I would never ever sell them, and if I did or lost them, I would repurchase them in a heartbeat. I guess firstly, it's my clay Pochette. These are the best SLGs ever. I think you would have heard me say this time and time and time again in all of my videos. I basically switch them out and I use them as little wallets, little pouches. This is all I carry in my bag. I've got all of my cards in here and my coin and my cash, and then I've attached my keys, and then this is everything that I carry, and I put this in my bag. It's got everything I need. I never have to worry about leaving the house without my keys or my wallet, and I just love it. This one I actually was a present from my boyfriend, and then this one I purchased myself, and I just love them both. I wouldn't sell either one of them. I just love them so much, and I just switch between one and the other. And then obviously my very last favorite SLG is actually this one. Now my good friend Kim from Kim Chella here on YouTube actually just recently purchased this, so congratulations babe. It is the Louis Vuitton Compact Marie wallet. This is what it looks like. It is just the most perfect compact wallet, and the reason why I would never sell this one is it's so hard to find. It is discontinued from 2011 2012. It's basically a compact wallet that sort of opens up like that. It's got 4 credit card compartments there, and then 2 return pockets there. And then what I love about it is not just the red, but also this gorgeous like coin compartment. I love coin compartments, and you can actually put coins, you can put cards, you can put cash in here. So I really love it, and I think that just looks so sweet and so beautiful and dainty, and just everything about it is just adorable. I love this little SLG. Probably like the best looking SLG I've seen from Louis Vuitton ever, in my opinion. I just love the red with the monogram. It's my favorite. So that is it, you guys. That is my forever luxury pieces in my collection. I guess take it as what you will. If I was really to sort of narrow it down to just the ones that I will keep forever and ever, it would be the first 3 that I mentioned, and the rest are all sort of bags that I will, you know, continue to have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in doing this video, please go ahead and do so, and link me or tag me on Instagram or DM me. I'd love to watch it, and also I will tag all the wonderful ladies in the info bar. So those are it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you again for joining me in this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week or weekend, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.